North Dakota in the Rutledge Dome.
Look at this. Look at us, dude.
Live from Georgia. We just watched a hell of a race.
Yeah, it was a hell of a race. First time at Gateway. I mean, we talked briefly last episode, but I think we were all kind of optimistic how it was going to go, and I kind of think it surprised us a little. Can't wait to break it down. Let's get this thing started.
Let's do it.
What's up? It's Chairgate and coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock flag and eagle. All right, we're currently rewatching the race.
Yeah, just for highlights and trick tips, we literally the elephant in the room. Everybody was like bulldozing their way through everybody this race. It was full contact sport today.
Yeah, I mean, I guess going into it, we didn't know what to expect. First of all, I'm here in the Rutledge Dome.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a first.
This is different.
Yeah, this is a first. Not a first time for me being here. I think this is the first time I'm recording an episode with you here, though.
No, we did an episode in my old man cave.
Yeah,
Post-Atlanta,
way
post-Atlanta.
back. That was last year, post-Atlanta. Okay, but now this is the Rutledge Dome.
Yeah, we're in the real deal.
Yeah.
It's a little different view, but we've been having a little bit of boys weekend. A little bit of gambling, a little bit of fishing, a little bit of debauchery on the golf course.
I am broke, burnt, and tired.
Yeah, that's a good way. The 3 Bs.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not
BB&T banking.
BB&T. Yeah, broke, burnt, and tired.
Clint.
Yeah, we are exhausted, but we knew we had to get an episode in after watching that race.
Take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, we're currently rewatching it. So if you see us just staring off in the distance, that's because we're watching Ryan Blaney get loose and get in the ball.
Blow left rear. No, left rear woes still continue. I think it's honestly like teams pushing the issue, pushing the boundaries. I think Goodyear gives these guys like, hey, don't go past this. And teams are like, hey, shut up. That's enough. We know what we're doing here. But, a lot of guys had some troubles, and a lot of guys came back and recovered, and not a lot of guys did.
Stage one, I just want to point out.
Stage one, I was like, kind of like, uh-oh.
It was a bit of a snooze fest, and I was immediately concerned for this track. Nobody could pass for the lead. Everybody was just kind of following, and it was kind of boring. And I was getting nervous. Then stage 2 comes around.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I think once these guys make some adjustments, get some pit stops in, it'll get a little better. And I think it did. Another thing that threw me off from the start of this thing was the 300 miles. Like, I was very surprised that this thing was only 300 miles. Apparently we go to a lot of 300-mile races.
Says Nathan. Yeah, it's just, I think it's because
it's
not a short track. What up? What up, Nick? My boy. What up, man? Congrats on that win. Congrats on that win. That was awesome,
22 fans? Oh, Dalton. I was about to see Dalton.
What's what he got to say?
Yeah, keep driving safe, buddy. We're glad you got to see your best boy, Joey, win. We're getting there.
Yeah. No, it was a bit of a snooze fest. But, yeah, you're talking about the fact that it was 300. I think it's just we see 300s on road courses and short tracks.
Yeah.
This wasn't that. So it was a little weird seeing the 300. But since it was a new track with a new race, I was like, it's not a bad thing. Because if it is a snooze fest, I'd rather it be shorter than longer. But shit got wild in stage 2.
Yeah. Immediately we're seeing guys, I think our first calamity.
Kyle Busch's ugly paint.
It was, again, like under commercial. So it was a whole thing, or they weren't even really showing a lot today. But Ross Chastain gets in Denny Hamlin and ships Denny packing and ruins his day. Cars beef. But they freaking, Fox, we'll get there on the Fox thing, but, Ross Chastain comes back to pass Denny, and Denny's like, nuh-uh. And they're like, hey, look at this shit on the backstretch. And Fox is like, wait, what? But I never thought we'd see this rivalry, Ross Chastain versus Denny Hamlin.
Well, it's definitely not going to become a rivalry.
No,
based on that post-race interview.
I think it's more of like I owe you one.
Yeah. We'll get to the post-race interview because that really kind of threw me off. So, yeah, everybody watched the race. We know what happened. I've seen a lot of different opinions about it. Personally, I think the first one was warranted. Denny had every right to run him down like that.
Yeah.
At a certain point, I think it got a little much.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time when Denny ran him low, it was like, ooh. And then this,
Right.
again, Ross comes back around and Denny's like blocking the shit out of him. And it was like, okay, man, he's pissed. But it's like kind of like, all right, how far are we going with this? How far is NASCAR allowing
this? Is
this?
This the whole race from now on?
It just kind of made it look silly. And Denny's one time about being taken serious. Being professional sport.
That's a good point.
I just thought it was a little much. I want to see good rivalries. I want to see guys, showing their emotions. But after like the 8th time of Denny like blocking the shit and hitting the one, it was like, all right, dude, all right. But then Ross backs it up by next restart, just totally wrecking the 9.
Yeah, that didn't help. Because I think I even dropped a tweet right before that, being like, man, Ross just needs to punt Denny at this point because, like, he can't have his day be ruined also because of a mistake that he made.
Yeah.
Right after that, he gets into chase. And I was like, God, man, I'm trying to back you up.
And that's the thing, too, is I think Ross was like, oh, that was my fault. I shouldn't have done that. And then Denny retaliated, and he's like, I deserve this. He's not like, I'm going to wreck the 11 back. He's more just like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry.
Which, yeah, surprised me. I was like, eventually he's got to get him back. But he wasn't. He was just trying to avoid him. He was trying to get around him clean. Obviously, Chase wasn't happy. Chase showed how unhappy he was. And it was like the 1-2 combo. With a duo I never expected, Chase and Denny Hamlin working together and their fans cheering on each other.
Yeah, so there's a new brotherhood of the Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott fandom. Who would ever guess that?
Yeah.
But Chase comes back, boots one up the track, and Denny comes in with a little elbow and gets some too. I was kind of, God dang, dude, they are beating the shit out of Ross Chastain. But he kind of asked for it, Then we see Ricky Stenhouse dive bomb Bubba. Bubba's poor pit crew. They just fucked Bubba so hard that Ricky Stenhouse had to wreck him. And Bubba gets booted, and then Denny's like fighting Ricky Stenhouse. I thought they were all fucking friends and stuff.
They were playing golf.
Yeah,
the day before.
So they're fighting and stuff, and it's like, dude, what is going on?
He just gave him a little bit, just to say, like, hey dude, I see what you did.
Not cool.
Yeah, that's my car. I paid for it. Don't fucking hit it again.
Ricky not getting any love there.
Yeah.
There was a crazy top 10 though. Like the whole race started changing from that moment forward. It was like it flopped. There was strategies of guys like, hey, we're just gonna stay on old tires. So a lot of 2-tire strategy calls a day. But then all of a sudden you saw guys like emerging that like, holy shit, he's up there. You had, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney came back from his tire woes we just saw. Eric Jones was running good all day. Eric Amarola.
Yep.
Michael McDowell was leading like before a couple of times.
He was leading,
like gonna get the stage win, it seemed.
Yeah.
A very impressive runs by a lot of guys. I think people were sleeping on Fords. It seemed like a Ford Toyota day.
Definitely.
Never really saw any Chevy, crazy Cheviness going on. But
crazy Cheviness?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. But it was a lot of mixed bag with the top 10 on big dogs and little dogs.
I do want to discuss tire wear. That's a big thing about this track that I think going forward.
Yeah, we could do a little better.
Old tires, new tires didn't seem to make a difference.
Yeah.
Didn't really seem to have any effect. It's tough. It's tough to talk about this track. It's almost like this race would have been boring based on the track, but the drivers figured out, hey, we're going to have to be aggressive as hell to make any kind of passes here, and that made it exciting because the drivers – and I think that's kind of what clicked in like stage 2 and 3 moving forward. The drivers realized what they had to do to make passes.
Yeah,
and it
made restarts spicy. I mean, you saw crazy moves. And you saw it seemed like the longer the race went on, the more the higher the groove moved up. But you saw guys stay out and to pull away. You saw guys with 2 tires not get passed by guys with 4 tires. I mean, I think tires made a difference for a second, but then at that point, like it really didn't matter. Like Nathan said, Truex said that he was better on 2 tires in clean air than he was 4 tires in 5th.
Right. Yeah.
And
he said up front on 2 tires instead of 5th with 4.
Yeah.
Ooh, another big wreck. That was the Chase wreck.
Yeah, that was Chase getting his ass
stomped. Yep. Wow.
Yeah. Poor Chase and Bubba.
Bubba's pit crew screwed him over there too.
Yeah. So Bubba's pit crew was wrecking himself all day. The Bubba Wallace podcast.
Damn, Tyler Reddick was having a good day, but of course, nothing good can happen for him.
Poor Reddick. Yeah, a lot of pit crews screwing over guys. We saw Suarez finally get over. He was in like 6. Freaking jack snaps on the pit stop. I just like you can't make up these problems.
Yeah, man.
You can't make up these problems.
It's funny. I don't hear Suarez tweeting about his pit crew. Weird.
Oof. Yeah, it's because they lose as a team and win as a team. But there were some guys that didn't show up. I was surprised. I never saw much Alex Bowman today. I mean, he's back there, but you never saw William Byron. Thought he might be fast.
Bring him
Kyle Larson was like barely 12th.
Yeah.
Seemed like Hendrick kind of just had a rough ass day and no one even talked about it.
Yeah, Chevy's kind of where we're lacking. We were just talking about Trackhouse, but that seems like any given week at this point, so they're kind of on their own.
Yeah. I mean, Hendricks has been good all year, but here I was not impressed. Just kind of seemed like it was Gibbs versus whatever Ford could get it together.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think there. I mean,
Penske.
We got Penske was showing out. Cindric looked good for a minute. He kind of fell off.
Yeah,
there.
That's right. Cindric was looking really good.
Yeah.
I mean, all 3 Penske's actually looked really good today.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski was all the way up to like 14th at one point. He ended up 20th. But like Chase Elliott finished 9th. William Byron 19th.
Why are you talking about Brad Keselowski and Penske?
No, I was just talking about Ford.
Sure.
I was
busted.
I was just looking at his name, dude. I said 20th. Michael McDowell did not deserve to finish 18th, but he finished 18th.
Man, really?
Yeah. Zane Smith, his first cup race, 17th. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Justin Haley in a Chevy was 14th. He beat out a lot of guys like Austin Dillon. Austin Cindric ended up 11th. AJ in a Chevy, 10th. Christopher Bell was kind of up there for a minute. Ross Chastain battled back for 8th. Our boy Eric Jones, 7th. He was in the top 5 most of the race.
Better.
Eric Almirola 5th, Ryan Blaney 4th. Kurt battled back for a 3rd after winning stage 2 and going to the back.
All the way to the back, battled all the way back up. It took him the whole stage pretty much, but he got back up there.
Yeah, it was good. I nothing about this race was I like, oh man, we ought to go to this next year, or am I like, I want to go there, but I wouldn't be mad if it was on the schedule again. I just think maybe some tweaks to the car, some tweaks with Goodyear, and just maybe give us a little better product on some things, and this race would be a banger.
Yeah, the track I don't think produced what we were hoping. I think the drivers produced drama because they were being really aggressive.
Well, imagine if no one uses bumpers and wrecks people. And
it would have been single file the whole way. Kyle Busch would have won because nobody could catch him. I mean, it
was spicing up there in a minute. Joey was running them down.
Joey finally was able to make some
runs. He was getting beside him, and Kevin Harvick's car
he never passed
imploded. He never passed him, but he was getting there, and we were kind of wondering. We were saying like, will he move him?
Yeah.
And we got the late race caution. I kind of wanted to see it go green.
I wanted to see it finish green with that battle because the Joey Logano Kyle Busch battle for the win was really exciting. It was probably the most exciting battle of the entire race. Without all the drama that we were dealing with. So I did want to see it finish green, but I mean, it was just as exciting when we got the caution and we got to watch Joey Logano. Cut down and get past Kyle Busch.
Yeah, that racer, like you're like, ooh, and Kyle cleared him, but then you saw Joey just like high-low him, dive back up to the crossover.
It was a sweet move.
It was good classic racing, a good classic battle of Joey versus Kyle. They raced really well, and I was totally okay with Joey winning. Gets his 2nd win of the year, another Ford win. Kind of starting to take the helm there at Penske, it seems. Blaney battled back, but he still has yet to break through.
Was he starting to take the helm at Penske?
Well, everybody's been leaning on Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, that's true. But you can't
write
off
Joey hasn't been getting as respect.
Joey Logano deserves the goddamn respect.
He's
up there with Kyle Busch.
I was good with Joey winning. Like I was like, yeah, okay.
I was good because it was a good, clean battle that they were racing hard with each other. I was more impressed that him and Kyle didn't wreck each other, knowing them to.
I mean, they door slammed a little off of too.
But they weren't trying to wreck each other, and I really appreciate that. They were just trying to battle to see who would get the win.
Yeah.
And I think that was a great way. Yeah. I would have been happy with either one, honestly, because it was just a good, clean battle.
What's with Joey Logano winning all these first times we go to new tracks?
Yeah.
This is the thing. This 3rd one. I mean, we went to Bristol Dirt. Joey steps up. Go to the Coliseum. Joey takes it. Battling Kyle there, too. We go to Gateway for the first time, and Joey takes it. I mean, I guess if we're going to start going to any more of these new tracks, you better put your money on Joey.
Put your money on Joey. Yeah, you brought it up in stage 1 with our buddy Justin, who was here, big Logano fan. And Dakota brought it up stage 1 and was like, man, I could see Joey winning this at the new track.
Yeah.
Called it. Good call there. Didn't put your money where your mouth was, or else you would have made some. Yeah.
Well, that reminds me. I had some lineups. I don't remember how I did. Probably lost.
But obviously, the big story here, the big story that we're going to be hearing moving forward throughout the week is the Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Chase
the biggest takeaway from the race was all the drama, Denny being upset and Ross Chastain dumping him on accident. I kind of, even with the interviews at the end, I kind of was thinking like Ross was going to be like, yeah, so what about it? And I thought Denny was going to be like more mad, but Ross was like, hey, I apologize, I fucked up. And Denny was like, that's mature of him.
That was weird. Yeah, they went up to Ross and he said something about like, man, but the second time was unacceptable. And at first I thought he was going to be talking about Denny and him blocking him and doing all this. And I was like, ooh, here we go. But he was just like, I failed myself. I failed my team. I can do better. A loser. Yeah. And I was like, ugh. I just didn't really want to hear that. It's almost like I think Eric Estep tweeted it like, it was good to hear him own up to his mistakes, but he was almost too hard on himself that it felt weird. And so I was kind of hoping for a little bit more attitude. Like Dakota was saying, our boy Nathan was here and he said the temperatures are hot, but the tempers are hotter.
Yeah.
I liked that. And that's kind of what I was hoping for with the post-race stuff because it was exciting. But Kyle Larson, humble, and then they put the microphone in Denny Hamlin's face, and he was a little taken back when they were like, yeah, this is exactly what he said, that it was his fault, and they feel so sorry. Whatever. And Denny, I think, was a little taken back. He's like, oh, well, that's cool, like, that he took responsibility.
Dude, everybody was roughing everybody up in this whole race. And I kind of like to see guys using their cars. Like, hey, fuck you, man. Like, yeah, I'm not going to take this. Definitely putting some bumpers together. Again, it seems. It was good. This race was a good race, man. I definitely give it – I was really nervous that it was going to be terrible. But it definitely changed my mind of like, okay, Gateway, I see you. We definitely go to worse tracks on the schedule.
Look at that. There's Denny blocking again. Oh,
dude, it looked like a video game.
It
looked like a video game with Denny just blocking. They come down to like a stop right here.
Right. That and rewatching it too. I'm thinking the same thing ridiculous. I was thinking of watching it live was I don't know why Ross is so hard on himself. At a certain point, you can't put up with this. I know you fucked up, but it was a mistake. You can apologize later. He's ruining your day, on purpose. At a certain point, you just got to throw him into the wall, man. If he's not going to get out of your way, you got to move him.
See, here's Eric Almirola on newer tires not getting by the 34. That's kind of weird. I don't know. But then look at the top four right here with Michael McDowell, Eric Almirola, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell.
Eric Jones
in fifth. That's the top five at halfway of the race. Definitely.
That's beautiful.
Definitely seeing some of this, what's the word they're using? Polarity? No, that's not it. Parody.
Are you trying to say parody?
Dude, I've had a bunch of beers today. Definitely see a bunch of parody with like the car. It seems like that's kind of what they wanted, and we're definitely seeing some guys like still not in victory lane. Are they going to get it? Who knows? And then some guys just like looking rough, and then but some tracks are looking great.
I'm a little bit nervous about this track moving forward if it does become snooze fest. Maybe this was a one-off because we had so much drama.
What if we came back here and it was worse?
And that's what I'm a little nervous about. I'm not sold on this track. I do agree with Dakota. Let's go back next year. Let's see how it goes. I always think you should give every track a couple chances. But as of right now, I'm not sold on the track. Even though the race was better than I expected it was going to be based on stage one, everybody was talking about comparing it to Phoenix. We'll get into our ratings for the race here at the end, but I think it edged out Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking I'm putting this race above Phoenix. I don't remember what my rating was.
Not too far above Phoenix, but I think it would be above Phoenix. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'd like to see what my Phoenix view, what I gave Phoenix. I think I rated it okay.
It was okay.
I want to say like a 7.6.
No.
Do you have that far back right now?
Yeah, I do. And it wasn't a 7.6.
How do you remember what I said?
Because mine was a 6.9, and I'm pretty sure yours was like a 7.2.
All right, I was being stingy. But hell, that could run us right into our good, bad, and ugly as we finally got to sit down and watch a race together. It's been a minute.
6.972. What did I say?
I was not far off.
You said 7.6. You were very far off.
I was in the sevens, bro. So, good, bad, and ugly. I just want to say good as NASCAR trying new things and going to these different markets. I mean, Truck and Xfinity used to race here, but Truck still goes to Gateway. And they're kind of looking at it like, hey, we can go to this track. We can go to that track. I mean, it's not all like, I don't think Gateway would have been the first on our list of tracks to go back to. But it's cool that, NASCAR's trying different things. There's other ideas out there that I'm not fond of. But I'll take it with going to a new track and it being a success. The freaking stands were packed. That's another thing. If we had some friends there and they said it was slammed, but like this place, going to a new market, sellout crowd looked so good.
Yeah, that was a great look. I was so happy to see how packed those stands were, and they stayed the whole time. The good for me is going to be the aggressive driving. I think that's what made the race entertaining. Not just the Rost anything, but like the battle with Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. Yeah, they were aggressive and battling hard, and it was really fun racing. I just appreciated these drivers just saying, "Hey, let's go."
It was good getting to sit here with our Logano fan bud, like sitting here watching him root on his favorite driver.
That was fun.
I miss those feelings.
Yeah, right. I don't know what that feels like anymore. I've lost that feeling. Yeah, I've only had it a couple times, but yeah, that would be my good.
All right, and rolling into the bad, I just want to, man. I just want to be like taking this sport serious. With the Denny Ross thing, as I love the drama, I love the beating and banging, but like, dude, he's out. You've hit him like 15 times. Like, let's knock it off. Trying to take the sport serious. We're in a new crowd, new market, and we're putting on a fucking shit show back here. But hell, new fans might like it. I don't know. I just thought it kind of made this, like, as a professional sport, look bad on Denny, and it looked bad on Ross when he dumped him. But that shit happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something else to mix it up because that's kind of where I was going with the bad too. I didn't like how Denny was handling the situation. I'm going to go the difficulty for lead change. It was hard to pass.
Yeah, we never saw like a natural pass for the lead. No. I mean, restarts.
We needed restarts for lead changes.
We never saw a guy run down the leader and pass him.
No, it would be like, there's a restart and you have like one lap to make a pass. And after that, he's gone. Like I said, wasn't sold on the track. So that was a big kind of negative for me. I don't hate the fact that guys in the lead can, take off, but it just kind of ruined it for me. I'm glad the driver saved it, though.
Yeah. It was definitely the contact and the wrecks that, made this race juicy.
Right.
And there were some failures. There were some tire failures, some brake failures. And there was also guys just running into each other. It was kind of weird. And then you saw Karma come back, and same guys that ran into dudes just spin out. Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird. But that was in our ugly. I really get tired of like saying this every week. Look, there's Kyle Larson roughing up Kevin again. I kind of get sick of saying this every week, but I don't know what's going on with the Fox cameras still.
This is gonna be my ugly.
Every
you
week.
Just took my ugly.
It's okay because it needs to be.
All right, we'll put a comment on there.
We need to address it.
We are not the only ones that have noticed this.
Showing all those kids again over and over and over.
We're not the only ones that have noticed this. It's getting weird. It's not even like they're showing just fans. They're zooming in on the kids.
Dude, they're zooming in on the kids.
There will be a battle going on.
And they'll just cut the damn kids.
Cut the kids, zoom in.
Yeah, I don't know why or what. Like, if it's a production guy sitting there like, hey, zoom in on this kid. Zoom in on this kid. Immediately, somebody was battling for a position, and they'd find a kid in the crowd with his shirt on.
Dude, we lost it.
Man. And it was like, dude, I was always like, why do I need to be seeing this right now?
What does this have to do
with Why are we filming these kids?
It's not a caution. Why is it always kids?
It's fucking weird, dude.
None of it makes sense.
We've been saying it for 6 months now.
Yeah. It's like, out of hand.
How many times are we sitting here like, why are they filming kids? I don't know who's at home like, you know what? I think I'll take my kids to a race.
Yeah.
Like, who's seeing this?
At this point, I'm like,
oh, kids are allowed? I think I'll go.
Right. My kids aren't going to a race now. That would definitely be the ugly, but
I don't want my kids to be filmed.
But I think go back to the booth.
Ooh.
Go back to the booth. They keep doing it. I don't know. Kenny Walls comes in
and
it's the best.
Broadcast.
And it's the best.
You think right when that happened, they were like, dude, we should have asked Kenny to come on fucking one of the races.
And look, he's not the best I've ever had up there, but it just goes to show a guy that like he doesn't do that. He races dirt for a living. He can go up there and outperform everybody up there. It's embarrassing.
You remember the Speed Channel days when they used to have NASCAR race day, Home Depot stage out there.
Yep.
Kenny's out there getting wild with the fans. Like, that was peak awesome NASCAR. That's a pre-race show I would tune in for.
Right.
And I mean, it's kind of like when all that dissolved, Kenny just went to the wayside. They said, "Fuck Kenny Wallace."
Right.
But he used to work for Fox, I believe. Fox did a cleansing, and they did they made some bad decisions. Well, there's so many like good talents out there that they could have kept, and just seeing Kenny like in there for a minute was like, oh hell yeah! And Kenny's in there joking, fucking with Clint. Clint didn't know how to take it. That was great.
I think that was the worst part is seeing him walk in and just outperform everybody.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's what we could.
He's there just like hanging out, like, hey, Kenny, well, come on.
And he's not the only guy that could do that.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. Clint, I've given so many opportunities to, and it's just starting to get like bad.
And Mike Joy
is slipping, and it's sad to see because he's a legend. But
I don't even think there's nothing in this race that Michael brought where I was like, Michael did good about this. I mean, you see him every week with the truck series. It just seemed like they're like, hey, Michael, you want to make a couple $100? We're going to put you in the booth on Sunday. And he was like, yeah, sure. I love racing.
They were talking about stuff that had nothing to do with the race that they just
pisses me off
keep talking about. And I'm like, okay, drop it. Like, you can make a joke and kind of move on. But they would just keep talking about it. And I'm like, is no one in there to tell them?
Yeah, Clint, remember that time you raced a car once?
God. And they're like, yeah, that was a pretty crazy time that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That day I had a hot dog for lunch. Have you ever been to this place? We got a race going on.
Yeah, there's a race on the track.
Stop talking about whatever you're talking about.
Times.
Yeah. That's going to be my ugly for a while. They just, I don't know how they keep doing
here's the thing. Nashville's NBC's first race. That's 2 weeks from now.
We should talk about Nashville.
Is Sonoma's first race going to be is Sonoma's race going to be the last Fox race?
Fox?
I think it is. Oh, God. We only have one more week of this shit?
We should throw a party, like a celebration.
As we go on. It's Fox's last broadcast. Get a lighter. Yeah.
All the shit that Fox put on air.
Yeah, dude, that was good. Write that down. Trademark.
And as the kids tuned in. Yeah. Thank God we're leaving them. But I do want to bring up Nashville. We're going to talk about our picks and everything. But I just – can you, tell the people what happened in the email exchange?
Oh, shit.
People need to hear this.
Looking ahead.
People need to hear this. Everyone listen up.
Looking ahead. So, I got literally, it's just some bullshit. But I got a fucking email the other day from a ticket rep for Nashville Super Speedway.
Super Speedway. It's super.
And the guy was like, hey, Dakota, would you like to renew your tickets for Nashville for this summer in 2022? It's coming up. And I said, well, actually, I thought about going, but due to your ridiculous cooler rules, or policies, I said, I do not want to come to your facility.
And by the way, for anyone that doesn't know, because I feel like they're trying to hide it. Like, people have posted about it, and then it'll get deleted. Like, I feel like Nashville is trying desperately to make sure people aren't aware of the cooler policy that's still in place.
That's right. I said, if you are not allowing fans to bring in coolers or beverages, I want no part of that suffering. And this
you were there last year.
I was there last year. Cooler Gate, come and take it.
Come and take it.
Your favorite shirt.
We're still selling it.
The guy replied and said, I understand where you're coming from. I've not been here long, but I know our cooler policy is not our most popular one. Coolers and outside alcoholic beverages are still not allowed this year. However, you are able to bring in outside waters and other non-alcoholic drinks. We're also adding complimentary water refill stations throughout this year to help cut down on lines at concessions and allow you to save some money from purchasing additional waters. You can always exit and re-enter if you needed to go to your car to grab any drinks.
Don't worry about the race that's going on.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
I mean, I have no idea what they're smoking at Nashville, but if there was any way to shoot yourself in the foot, this is it. Hey, you saw how everybody hated this rule last year? We should do it again.
We should keep it going.
It's such an insult. It's like, hey, you're allowed to bring in a water, but don't you dare bring a cooler to keep it cold. It's going to be 95 degrees outside.
Look, there's Bubba. Big Crew messing him up again, and he got loose.
There's Bubba wrecking. And then you're going to tell me, hey, but if you want, you can walk a mile back out to your car for an hour and roll back in here after you chugged a beer at your truck.
Yeah, chugged one beer and ran back.
But then, hey, there's a race I paid to come see, and you're telling me I can walk back out to my car and come back in. Dude, it's just insanity. I don't know what Nashville's doing, but I really, if they keep doing this, I don't see the turnout remaining
I think
good.
as many people need to know about that policy is still intact, because I feel like people aren't talking about it, and Nashville's trying to keep it quiet. This is a conspiracy. It goes straight to the top. We need everybody to know, so buy the shirt and wear it. The Come and Take It, the Cooler shirt. Cooler Gate 2022. It's coming back, the second edition.
What?
And I don't know, like, more power to you if you don't care about that and you're going to go to the race anyway. Cool. You don't like drinking beers. That's fine. But anyone that does like to drink beers at a race needs to know that this policy's still in, so they don't show up. They need to just stop showing up to this race.
I'm kind of curious to see the turnout. Like, them even announcing this weeks ahead of time. Like, I'm curious to see the turnout if it, like, compared to last year to this year with their bullshit rules. So if you're going to Nashville, forewarn you, don't you goddamn dare bring anything into the track, or you will be banned.
Or we start a revolution. Every single person going to the track, bring your cooler.
Show up with your cooler.
They can't stop you all.
Yeah, that's the thing. What if everybody showed up with cooler?
Every single person.
I'm protesting.
Every single person. And they said, no cooler. And they said, well, then none of us aren't coming in then. Yeah. We're all right here, ready to come in.
I'll come in that gate if you let me bring this cooler.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, it'd be fun to do that.
Start a revolution.
Start a shit show.
Yeah, because that is just it's embarrassing.
But shit, should we roll straight into our race rating?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh man.
All right, you gave Phoenix a 7-2.
I gave Phoenix.
You want me to read you a couple more?
Yeah, go back.
All right, what's another race that you're interested in that you would compare it to? You gave Atlanta an 8-9.
Go to hell. 7-2. What did I give Dover?
I don't. You know what? I don't know if I have Dover. Yeah, I don't have Dover.
What about Martinsville?
No, you're naming races that I wasn't here for.
I know, but I thought you. Oh shit!
No, I was on my leave.
Oh, you were lost in the sauce. What did I give Vegas?
Vegas, you gave an 8-5.
Okay.
Vegas was good.
That's okay.
Vegas was good. That deserved an 8-5.
I'm gonna give this race a 7-4.
You're gonna give it a 7-4?
7-4.
Okay.
It was a generic race. It was good. I'm being generous, I feel. There was drama. There was hot drama. We got two kings battling for the win. Iconic Joey versus Kyle. And Joey came out on top. Kyle Busch has been up front a lot lately, so I think he's got another win coming. But, yeah, 7-4, just solid.
Yeah, I'm going to give it look, they're showing the old tires, new tires thing. Ugh.
30-lap difference.
And I was thinking about what to give this, and now that popped up right while I was about to give it my rating, I'm going to go 7-2. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I think this would have been a lot lower if it wasn't for all the drama and the aggressive driving that we had. If you take that out, this would have been like a 6-something, because I just didn't like the track. I didn't like the racing that we had on the track. Thank God for these cars and for the talent that we have on the track.
I'm worried if we came here with the old car, I don't think that would have been good at all.
Ooh, that would have been bad.
I think these cars
that would have been so
made
bad.
This race better.
Yeah, it definitely helped. We've seen the cars they produce. I know there's a lot of talk right now about what they're going to do with short tracks. I'm glad they're talking about that, but even still, the cars have been good.
Yeah, again, it's putting on good shows. I think there's little things to look at and maybe manipulate these things. They're talking about the diffuser stuff with short tracks in the fall. I just think there's little tweaks we learn as we go. The only thing I'm seeing is I'm very pleased with a lot of the racing we're seeing this year, and I can only think that next year will be even better.
Yeah,
as we come back to some of these tracks, I know there'll be new tracks, but as we come back to these tracks with these cars,
the teams will know the setup, the lines.
I think it'll be even better.
Yeah, I agree.
So that makes me optimistic for the future in next couple years.
Definitely, I agree there. Yeah, because I guess I'm being tough, but because it's their first race. Yeah, those aren't kids. Get out of here. It could be better. It could be better next year. I'm honestly more worried that it will be worse next year. A lot of these tracks, I'm excited for that one to come back. That was really fun. I can't wait for next year. This one, I'm like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm I'm sure this will be on the schedule next year, but I'm not going to be like,
yeah,
Gateway. I'm going to be like, well, I heard how this one.
Yeah, let's hope it was good. The good thing is it comes after the Coke 600, and if next year is anything like what we saw this year, it's going to be the race of the year. That was incredible.
Yeah, and following the badass 600 we have, I still like that. Maybe even makes us more like, well, we just had an amazing race. There's no way.
True.
There's no way this race is going to top that.
That's true. Maybe I'm being hard because I just watched such an incredible race, but we're on to Sonoma. That could put on a good race.
Yeah, so I'm very curious. Sonoma's. I mean, we'll roll right into it. Sonoma the last couple of years has been kind of. They had that carousel. To me, was a huge mistake. I always hated that idea. Yeah. It made the race worse to me. We're going back to the bus stop. That's going to be good, I think. And very curious to see how these cars put on Sonoma. I think Coda was great. Sonoma's been kind of lackluster. I think we see an exciting, badass Sonoma race, unlike the last couple of years.
I think these cars were built for road course racing, so I think we're going to actually see a pretty good race there.
I'm curious to see who gets it done. 7.5 for Cohen. Love that my driver won, but I agree the drivers and the way they race, man. Dude, Cohen's been on it.
I know. He's so on it.
Yeah, I'm
just come on the pod, dude. Just tell him. Yeah. I mean, of course, Joey fan. Yeah, you got to love it. If Austin Dillon won, I would have been like, it's an 8.5. So, it's congrats on that, man. That was awesome.
So we're going road course racing. Yeah, I think we're gonna see a different Sonoma, man. I think these cars are gonna put on a show. I have no idea who's gonna be fast. Hell, we saw Coda. Ross won. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, that's tough.
Does Trackhouse bring some speed?
So before we go into the picks, though, I do just want to say I'm a little nervous picking Ross moving forward. I need to see something out of him because mentally he is not there.
He looks shook. He looks shook after the race.
He made some mistakes in this race, and I think it got into his head. It got into his head. It kept kind of getting worse and worse. For 8? I mean, you golfed with me today.
Yeah, it's all mental, bro.
It's mental. Or what? That second triple bogey. Thank God I didn't snap my driver.
Well, yeah,
I was that close to snapping.
Well, we should just stick to podcast.
And then I fell apart. And then I fell apart because mentally I just couldn't get into it. And I feel like that's kind of what Ross is dealing with. So I'm going to need to see him, perform well at Sonoma or, anything coming up, Nashville, before I can pick him again because it looks defeated.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think Ross needs to get out of his own way.
Yeah, he's been killing it this season, man. Ross, I know you're listening. I know you're a regular viewer, listener. Just don't worry about it, man. We all make mistakes.
Clean it up.
Don't worry about it.
Clean it up.
Move on to the next one. You've been killing it all season. You'll keep killing it.
Yeah, but it's been a couple weeks. We've been kind of rushed on some of the episodes. Let's roll straight into another segment of At the Line. We'll give you a couple picks. Just let us know who y'all think's going to get it. We'll roll into Sonoma, and I mean, I'm just going to go straight off the rip. Who's going to finish ahead of who? Kyle Larson or Kyle Busch?
Woo-hoo! You love stacking those two up against each other, and it makes it so difficult because that's a tough one.
Yeah.
God, they're both going to be good here too. I mean, the safe pick is Larson. I'm going to go Larson.
Ooh.
It's the safe. It's the safe pick, but Busch has been killing it. So
yeah, Busch has been. I'm going to go Kyle Busch.
He's last year's winner.
I think Kyle Busch has been showing a lot of strength lately. Toyota seemed to have found some speed.
Kyle Busch looks like the champion.
Kyle Larson to me has just kind of been the last couple.
Yeah,
of weeks.
big time. Kyle Busch has been driving like he's the champion this year.
Yeah,
obviously Joey just won that, and that's great. But guess who was battling for the lead there? It was once again Kyle Busch. He's always there. He has just been killing it. It's probably the better pick. I'm just saying Larson because he won there last year.
It is Sonoma, and it's almost like a road course as a wild card, it seems. Like, you don't know who's going to finish out of who. But Eric Almirola or Michael McDowell?
That threw me off.
Yeah.
Michael McDowell was doing good. He's actually
he's a good road course racer.
And he's actually done pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Based on what I saw today, I got to go Michael McDowell.
Ooh, yeah, I think I'm going to go Michael McDowell.
I loved what I saw.
I don't think Almirola is really hot on road course. I think he sometimes just finishes 10th when he gets lucky.
Yeah.
But that's another third one I was going to. Oh yeah, go Kurt. It's another one I'm thinking of. Speaking of bad luck woes, who finished ahead of who? Daniel Suarez or Bubba Wallace?
Me amigo.
Oh, always. We're always Team Trackhouse. We're always me amigos over here. I think Daniel Suarez
gets
it as
the
well.
Amigo podcast.
Who cannot have the most luck is kind of how they're battling.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go Daniel Suarez maybe gets a top 10, finally has some luck go his way. Bubba will find his way to put the car in the sand.
And will find a way to blame it
his
on
crew.
his pick.
Yes. So, Bubba's
Well, if
poor
it
pit
wasn't
crew,
for my
y'all
pit
better
crew,
tighten them belts,
I
boys.
wouldn't have gotten loose going around.
So I think that gets it done, and then that'll roll us into our underdog pick and our race winning pick.
I
Underdog.
know it's a short episode. Sorry, guys. We're exhausted. We've been fishing this weekend. We've been gambling. We were golfing today.
I think you need to go to the doctor about your sunburn.
I'm so burnt. I'm in so much pain constantly.
Ow.
But we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we appreciate Yeats.
Boy,
10%
you look
off.
so damn good on the river.
10% off.
Yeah, if you want to look cool as we do right now or look awesome on the river in front of chicks, go to yeetsofficial.com. Use chairgain discount code 10% off, and you can get you some swagalicious shades like this. But, dude, that's going to take us right into our underdog picks and our race winners. I don't even know if this guy counts. Does Chris Buescher come back?
Are you saying does he count as an underdog pick?
No, I'm saying does he come back racing?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not sure.
They made it sound like COVID's over. He'll be back in Sonoma.
Yeah, I'm not sure like how that works. Honestly,
Well, I was thinking about a pick, and then I was like, wait, is Chris Buescher?
Okay, is that your? Would you take him as your underdog pick if he comes back?
Yes.
I'll give you him, and you get one more. How about that?
Oh my God! Now you're putting me on the spot.
Do you not want one more? You can keep that.
No.
But I figured if he
You
doesn't,
know who I'm going to take as my underdog?
Fair.
Mi amigo, Daniel Suarez.
I fucking told you that.
What?
All right, just so everybody knows, I told him during the race. I said that's going to be my underdog pick, Daniel Suarez. And
well, I got two. You can have them too.
No, you pick somebody else. I fucking told you I was
You
picking
gave
me
me
amigo.
two.
Pick somebody else. You're not getting me amigo. That's me amigo, not you amigo.
Okay, Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Eric Jones would have been a good one. I think.
Eric's been so hot.
Eric Jones
So hot right now.
And he's done well there. By the way, how is that not a shirt? It's not you amigo. It's me amigo.
That would be a good one.
Right? And it's like Daniel Suarez is my amigo.
Yeah,
well, I'm on to something here.
Yeah.
Little play on Spanish words. All right, what's your race pick?
Ooh. I'm going. Oh man, I feel like I picked this guy too much. Actually, let's back up and play. I'm going Martin Truex Jr.
Ooh,
good road course racer. He looked good today. I thought he had a shot at winning. And if they could get their stuff together, I think he clicks off one. And I think Sonoma would be a good way to do it.
Yeah, I want to say Kyle Larson because I feel like he crushes it here. Obviously, he won here last. It's in California. He just hasn't really done anything this year to like make me want to pick him. But I don't know. I'll just go Kyle Larson. I can't think of anybody else.
Kyle Larson, and oh my God, Daniel Suarez, mi amigo. That'll do it. I mean, I don't know. I think Truex. I watch it come down to Truex and Larson. That's how it'll work.
That's definitely how it'll work. They are probably the two best on this track, so I mean that would actually make sense.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a toss up. Let's hope Ford can survive. They've been so hot lately, though. But I think it's definitely gonna be a Toyota Chevy day, unlike what we saw today. But looking forward to going red course race. I'm actually like, this is the most forward I've looked to a Sonoma race in the last couple years.
Penske crushed it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also it'll be on my birthday, so that'll be cute. Little birthday race. I think I'm just honestly gonna chill the hell out and like just sit and watch the race.
Chill. You don't realize how old you are until you have a boys' weekend again.
Yeah, boys' weekend kicked our ass.
And it reminds you how old you are.
Young men.
Yeah, we're dads and we're old, and everything hurts, and I'm tired.
Yeah. Very tired.
I just want to go home. Yeah.
But damn, it was a good weekend. Some good racing. Can't wait to watch next week and do another episode.
Yeah, it's been great. Do you know how to find the outro?
Yeah, we will find the outro.
We're gonna see if Dakota can figure this out.
Hold always,
I want to see if he can do it. Nope, that's the wrong tab.
As always,
there you go. There you go. You're almost there.
As always, make sure you check out Yeats Official Chairgating code 10% off discount and shipping. And make sure you check out Kurt Busch's cool steering wheel. It looks good. Kurt looked good. That's all. Any last words?
No, thanks for tuning in, and
we'll
see y'all next week.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Peace.